Let's blame it on the hormones. Okay. Hi and welcome to the channel. So I'm laughing because I had this idea properly in my head, well organized, well thumbnail, everything done and dusted. And then I forgot to write down the arrangement. The thing is, right now I'm feeling very energized, and I think let me just hop on and talk for a while. And I was thinking, what do I want to talk about now? I had about 3 topics I wanted to talk about. For some time, I think I had been emotionally drained um, when it came to content creation. I've been really thinking about going down, on lockdown, but I just realized I was not motivated for a long time to come here and do a video or live or anything. So I've been gathering my thoughts. I've been trying to see some topics that I can, and I'm feeling like we say in South Africa, I can feel the mojo coming back. I can feel the mojo coming back because there are a lot of things, that muse that visits you around 2 and 3 a.m. She's been coming a lot, know. So, but I've not really sat down to organize her. And here I am. I'm a bluffing. I just wanted to say I have not been the only one. I've been watching lot of quite a few content creators who have been going through the same thing. Not just having the energy. There's another lady I was watching. She was doing live like me, and she was like, she's just not feeling that energy to edit videos, and it made me realize when I was just a consumer of content, I really didn't understand what people used to say that it is difficult to release content. I remember when I was contemplating becoming one, someone had said you should have about 10 topics, before you ever started your video recording. What that person did not say was that you need to have created 10 videos, edited it before you launched your YouTube channel. That was the aspect they didn't. They just said like have 100 topics, and then you can start talking on each one. The talking is not the problem, especially for people like myself, who I think I'm learning right now as an adult. I'm a social introvert. The talking is not the problem. My grandfather used to say I ought to have been worked in television and broadcasting because I can talk for Africa. The problem is the editing. The more you watch people's content, the more you see what people are doing online, you begin to see the lapses in your journey, or the things that does not make you a great content creator. And one thing I have to realize is that for a recovering procrastinator, yes, I call myself that, those things can be daunting because you want every dot to be in a row before you can shoot. And so you attempted to kind of pull away as opposed to learning on the job, and I found out at a point in time that even though I had taken that leap of faith to say, I'm going to do it and I'm going to learn editing along the way, I have found that as a human being, you do have your low moments where you do not want to just put content out there for putting sake. But why am I here this afternoon? I'm here because I went with that same mindset and created my language channel. And that channel is not like it didn't blow like the young generation say, but it's growing at a steady pace, slow but steady pace, as opposed to this channel. I have roughly almost the same number of followers on that channel, uh, which just started in September. And this channel has been existing for over a decade. Now, what happened with this channel was that it was just the channel that gave me access to YouTube content before YouTube became a money-making machine. So basically, I would say I became a content creator or roughly 2 years ago, but yet the growth has not been steady. And what it has taught me, I mean the other channel now, is yes, we want to do something good. Yes, we want to do uh, the best that we can do, but that channel has really taught me something, that you will never be fully ready. So you have to start running, and then you get better. If you don't run, you will not get better. So because I really didn't know the direction that channel was going to take, I just wanted to push myself into speaking the languages I was speaking. And at the time, and even now, I still can't access teaching apps. I can't afford to go to a language academy. But I knew, hello, Honoria, hello, Tizania, welcome, welcome, welcome. Nice to have you. So I just knew this is what I wanted. I wanted to speak certain languages, and I was going to do it with or without the help of professionals, So on YouTube, like I always say when I used to be regular here, YouTube is a university of its own. Um, you get every information that you want on YouTube, the good, the bad, the ugly. So I took the theory classes here on YouTube, and in combination with AI, I was able to practice. So I wanted a situation where I could speak. Now, a lot of groups I was able to find that where I could practice the language, I needed to pay some form of fee to join, which I couldn't afford also, So I decided I'm just going to sit in front of the camera and speak, and just speak. And so that's just what I did. I just put on my YouTube, created a channel, and I started speaking. And what I was looking for took me almost 2 years to find, and at the end of the day, I started attracting native speakers of that language, and they were so happy that this person was struggling or making the effort rather to speak their language, And we would talk, and they were writing to me, and I was reading, and they were correcting me, giving me the right words, telling me the right expression to use. Hello, Gonzalo, how are you? And so it worked for me, and it took time, but what I had in my head manifested. And so I sat back and I said to myself, then the problem is that I have not really found, I think, a direction, or I have not really believed in the direction that I think this particular channel ought to take, because the consistency I've given to my language channel is what has gotten me this far. Now, another thing is that a lot of us, when we begin, we want instant success without the hard work. I think I just began to figure it out that I have not been doing proper research for the content that I want to bring to this channel. And I think that is why my channel is not really doing well. But one thing that has remained is that I don't know, maybe because of my age and my side, I'm still not really feeling that that energy to edit every time on my phone, So I'll still want to keep this lifestyle, coming here live and delivering the content. But I think what I need to do is to go research and probably do just one proper video, maybe in a month or two in a month, but there are so many ideas, So I just came here today to tell you that a lot of times in life, you do not know the end from the beginning. That is the that bonus lies with the creator, right? Only God knows the end from the beginning. You only have the bigger picture, but it is your responsibility to find the pieces of that puzzle and fit them together. And it could take years, it could take months, it could take weeks, it could just take days, But like I said in my previous videos, the first thing that you really need is the faith to believe. You need to believe. Don't wish. Wish is not believing. Believing is that certainty that most times you cannot even explain. If you're a person of faith, you know what the Bible says about faith in Hebrews, in the book of Hebrews, 8:1 now. Yeah, but you know the scriptures I'm talking about if you're a Christian. Certainty. If you wake up, I remember that they say in Sisters Act, the sister told that girl, she said, if you wake up every time and the first thing you dream about is singing, then that's what you were born to do. And so if you wake up every day and you're thinking about this channel, thinking about how to be a content creator, and that's all you think about, do it. It doesn't matter if you don't know what niche at the beginning, but upload. I used to follow a lady who uploaded her life every day. There was no pattern. We were just there to follow her daily life with her children. I don't know if she's married or single, but every day her falling sick and everything, because that was what she wanted, And with time, you begin to find out, okay, I'm more interested in this or I'm more interested in that. Like for me, starting creating content on this channel really let me know that my passion was actually language learning, and my channel is growing, So sometimes you don't know the road, but you just have to believe in the vision, believe in the dream, and pursue that dream. Now, the pursuit is where the challenges will come, but once you have that belief that you want to do this or you are meant to do this, then the pursuit becomes easier, not easy, but easier, Hello, Cinnamon Lover. I like your name, Cinnamon Lover. Laugh out loud. How are you? Yeah, so that is just the what I wanted to say. Oh, you're Bill. Nice to meet you, Bill. So like I was saying, the first thing is to believe in the vision that you have, and the second thing then is to pursue the vision. The third thing is to know that not everybody is going to share your passion of that vision. I always think of what Steve Harvey said in one of his shows. On one of his shows, he said, imagine if the Wright brothers had, killed their dreams just because their friends or relatives didn't believe in that dream, and they had thought, yeah, it's impossible, because what car had ever flown before their time? But they had that vision and they believed it, and they didn't even know how they were going to go about it. But not everybody supported their dreams, and it is from that dream today. You can't tell somebody that I want to create XYZ type of aircraft, and people will not believe you, because it's been done. But most times, we want people to share our dream before they see it. No, the dream is yours. The dream is yours. The vision is yours. Therefore, the faith that is needed to make that vision manifest is also yours. A lot of times we want to have a crowd that pushes us, or no, you just need one person. Sometimes that person has to be yourself. Sometimes that person has to be your mom or your grandma. There was a book I was reading, the shaman was telling this client, you just need that one person. Think in your head, who is that one person that believed in you when you were a child? And he said his grandma. He said, fine, just imagine that her spirit is still going on with you, and her spirit is supporting, because there was nothing he did that was wrong in his childhood. Grandma always had faith in him. And sometimes you have to be your grandma. Sometimes it is that spouse. I am fortunate to have that person, who sometimes makes me feel guilty of not loving myself enough, because he believes in me more than I believe in myself, So yeah, that's just what I wanted to share with you. Absolutely, like I said at the beginning, I have a ton of ideas, but I think this week the lesson has been to write down the vision, to have my ideas down, and I don't regret not having all my ducks in a row before I took off, because I'm really seeing that working out well for me in my other channel, where I just launched out and was making making what's the word? I don't want to say bastardize or chopping and cutting people's languages. But hey, nobody ever said to me, we don't speak like that in Italy, or we don't speak. No, they were rather happy, that I was making the effort. So that is just what I wanted to speak. So I think I'm going to be more regular here. But like I said, I'm just going to be coming on live. So if you want a little bit of motivation, a little bit of spice, a little bit of oomph to pursue your dream, you are at the right channel. Cinnamon lover, Bill. Thank you for staying with me to this point, but I think I'm going to sign off here. Have a wonderful weekend. If you are a Christian, happy Easter, and I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye-bye.